you know, going banana aggressive, not going aggressive. I think it requires a lot of effort. So I do think, yes, there's always a chance, but if I were to put money on it, I'm gonna give this one to paiN.
All right. Well, we're about to find out. Robin's the only one that's going to get to make a prediction because we're straight into the action. Harry and Hugo breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, it's always important to, with predictions, play both sides so that you always come out on top. Yes, they could do it, but will they? We'll find out. Push down middle and denied as Glacier and Chop start dicing them up. That's opened up a pathway to B. Chopper's got that pick.
Oh,
through
that's
the smoke.
The bomber.
You still got to run it. You still got to commit. There's no fear. But you've got to be there before the CTs, who were just in middle a moment ago, now have to rotate the long way round. No CT smoke. The flash will do. Oh, very blind. PKL covers as Chop gets aggressive. And that has dug a bit of a hole here for RBG in the post plant.
I'm telling you now, Big Zera may as well be called Mr. Inferno. This guy, little bit unhinged when you get him feeling it on this map. Already removed one through that smoke, and now on for the retake are paiN Gaming. One man over at Banana leaves a temporary 3v1 in the site. They're trying to help out. They're trying to offer up some assistance. But there's the trade. And now just one man remaining. Put in the ground. Safe's on the bomb. And paiN Gaming, they get themselves that pistol locked in.
Is a horror show from Hex. Like, you gotta hit one of them, bro. Like, there's so many bites at that cherry. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Serious.
The cherry takes more than one bite. I think you failed, honestly.
True, also. Well, there you are then. Yeah. Didn't even get a nibble on the cherry at all. Cherry in
chewing down on the stone.
Yeah, exactly.
There was something I wanted to...
Sorry, what's that?
There's something I wanted to talk about back on Vertigo, but it's more apparent here on Inferno. There's actually a bug that exists in CS right now. I know it's a touchy topic.
Oh, here we go.
Touch it.
Whole tournament ruined.
Yeah, hang on. Well, actually, this is a false
No. Tell me. Hang on. You can't just tell us now before it's too late.
This is like the teaser.
You could have told it already. You could have told it. There's a smoke, Harry. You want to tell it?
They're going through it. Look, they're going through it. Janowski making a return.
I just can't trust my colleagues anymore.
God, I gotta do this alone.
Sometimes I forget what the job even is.
I've been doing this so long, I don't even know who I am anymore. Well,
this sounds like Cartman from South Park now.
So this was a force buy victory. Mind cop. Right, as I was saying, there's a bug in CS that exists, and to my knowledge, it hasn't been patched yet.
Is it the one that lets you queue up and doesn't immediately ban you on the main menu?
It's a Molotov bug that allows Molotovs to go infinitely. I actually sent you this, Hugo, if you remember. So there's an issue that exists in the CS engine, which is why I don't know if it's been patched yet, because obviously that's like a whole... That's a whole thing. The Molotovs can't explode on skyboxes. So if you find lineups where, as the Molotov is 128 units above a skybox, it won't explode because it can't explode on skyboxes. So it causes the timer to just trip out, and the Molotov can just go, in theory, the length of a map. And there's a Molotov here on Inferno that you can throw because of that.
Really?
From CT spawn, you can Molotov top banana. That just seems insane, using this bug that exists in the game right now. Another prominent one is long overpass. You can Molotov short on B from long, like all the way back on long. So there's a lot of weird buggy potentials for it. I doubt anyone's busted them out, but I haven't actually seen it in a pro game. So I was wondering if that's something that it's a very touchy subject.
You're playing with fire running that in an official. I will tell you that. It's might want to check with the admins first. But yeah, no, I have seen
Fnatic manager here.
Didn't get patched. Yeah, please delete. That was a Reddit post as well. That's how I saw it. But yeah, I don't know what happened. They could use all the help
they could get right now, actually. So.
Oh man, they can and all. It's a sad time. It feels like all other Swedish teams are just getting better as well, and then Fnatic's kind of falling off a cliff and still hasn't made any effort to climb back up.
Well, the climb could be the hardest part, man.
Listen, only Big so far, right? Has the one team that hasn't made any changes during this COVID era. Want to get back to offline. See if the team still got it.
Oh!
B-side execute though.
Yeah, everyone's smoked out now. Neckers fell off the top. He got a 1-for-1. Could have gone worse. Chop on a late lurk. He's going to flank these players. But will they move in before Chop's even there? He's going to have to run eventually. Time's ticking. And CT's not daring to move in just yet. So Chop is foaming at the mouth right now. They're all in ruins, however. Here's the backstab. 1 kill. Now just stay alive at this point. Classics push spawn, and they're just killing everyone. They're trapped in the ruins, and they're getting ruined. It's RBG on the board.
Yeah, don't you swap that B and G around, Sunshine.
Whoa, no.
Legal trouble. But, yeah, great comeback, you got to say. I mean, obviously, after losing the pistol, nice of them to be able to convert and string 2 together. And as we were talking about all day yesterday, you know, big feature of this map, if you get rolling on Inferno, really hard for the CTs to get into it because there's such a huge financial commitment required by them round after round after round. Scorelines can get... Oh, no, the Callisto nade. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, no, to your point, Richard, this is how you get these dominant T-side or T-halves. You have a good start. paiN, yeah, they won the 1 round, but now forced on a save. You're in this one. You're not going to have great money for next. You're going to be falling in this vicious cycle of constantly having either a crappy buy or not enough nades, potentially doing something. Same can be said for Dust 2.
Yeah.
But in most cases, if the CTs tend to win pistol, and they win the following rounds at that, it tends to be a little bit more even. All about that economy.
Abs Crawl is the perfect play right now. Cut out the site. Oh, paiN Gaming trapped over at B, but it's only an eco anyway, so it was never really going to be amounting to much. Three-1.
Yeah.
Strong start.
PKL spotted that Mac 10. They're going to be able to... they're looking to just play for exits and carry that gun over. But as you say, it would be incredibly difficult to get on the site and do a retake hit. And there's one of those exits coming up. Safi, of course, on the scout. And there's another one. So, a Pyrrhic victory of sorts for RBG, but money still.
Yeah, but look at I was gonna say, look at their money already. So early on in the half as well. Nice to see the boys. Cameras on.
Indeed. Getting that monitor tan, the full gamer tan effect there.
Yeah, lights off for everyone as well.
Do you get vitamin D off a monitor? No. Do touch grass occasionally, it's good for you.
It's the older people that would have the lights on, all right?
People insult me for using light mode on everything, by the way.
Wow.
Just prefer it. It's what I know.
No comment from me.
Oh.
You're one of the night mode crew.
Oh, dude.
Dark
There
mode
it is.
user.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
You gonna call him a boomer, Hugo?
Nope.
Are you gonna?
No.
I said no comment, Harry.
I said no comment. That's so he doesn't have to insult me on a broadcast.
But I make it clear what I think.
Oh, the contempt was...
you can deter what you want
yeah.
from that.
Yeah,
But
that's why Harry was always my favourite. You know, we established that earlier. You know?
Oh, you're not the only one, Richard. Don't worry. He's my favourite too.
I feel great. So look at this little top mid play out of RBG. They've got a man floating around Banana, but he's now making the return journey. So it looks like this is just the A commitment, right? Not much of, not much in the way of telegraphing this push. paiN Gaming, not blindsided by the pace, have answered well the call of this A play, and they go on to take even more out of the round. It's only one man left, and he's gone as well. That is a really nice rifle round out of paiN Gaming. We needed to see something out of this CT side just to get us, you know, on side again, get us believing that they weren't about to get, you know, steamrolled in the early stages of this one. that is a really, really clean site hold, and it's one where they didn't have any mid information, so they didn't know that was coming. Everyone had made the right play to sneak up mid through the short side. RBG, it felt like they kind of hit like the golden timing almost. Then they have that molly down in the pit, repositions the player out there. It's the two guys in the site that do a great job of just holding their own.
Oh, double molly down. Neck is pushing through Banana as well, so lots of good control established. Molly is nice. And Welko gets beat by the nades to 20.
Can't believe his shots doesn't hit at all either.
Yeah, look dead on. Don't even really see bullet holes in the wall there.
But yeah,
firing blanks.
Something to note here as well. Most likely, maybe European teams would just take over mid here and fall back to B. The reason for that is because the payoff here from paiN, which was to take Banana aggressively, it didn't really pay off, didn't get any kills. So they're stuck now with having very limited utility. Trying to hold off, for example, BXQ to this point is very difficult. I love this play from Sappy as well. We gotta go for some information play.
Oh.
Klasia as well gets the trade.
And they don't know about the stack either. Still 3 more players here because Big Azera's just had the entirety of Banana on lock. He's re-smoked it as well. And now he has no more util. So, yeah, that would be a chance for RBG to exploit, but instead they're going to get peeked, pushed on the short side. Daffy, fair enough, he recovers well, and Neckers cleans out another from the long. And now Hardzal pushed in the pit by Molotov, jumps up and almost doubles up as well. Left chop in a 1v2, and they're just not giving him the engagement he wants. Gonna have to hunt the player on the site, just buying time. He's got the frag, but is he ready for Big Azera? Quick on the behind, he pushed down from Banana, and it's the last place Chop is expecting. Finally tapping it. No, it's a stick as well. He's read it well. He knows where he's coming from. Big Azera swinging with the molly, and he's already up and past default. So the round goes the way of paiN. But considering they walked into the stack there, it's damn close.
Yeah, but you know, little shout out to Big Zera as well for how he approaches that 1v1, and even the fact that he's scavenging for utility now.
Respect,
that 1v1 was very well played, right? He hears the tap. He doesn't push right away because he knows, you know, you're not anticipating a fast short flank, at least at the speed in which he's there. And on top of that, with 10 seconds left, you know, if he went running in at the first tap and gives that fight over, you know, it could have been a fake, could have been a stick. He didn't know, but either way, could have played the retake out. He waits, and then that leaves you with like 6 seconds. You know, you're not faking at 6 seconds. You've got to get that bomb planted. So all the pressure switched, you know, in that 1v1, falling on the shoulders of RBG. Then the fact that Big Zera is holding on to the Molotov lets him flush that player out of the site. That was just really well played. That was like the safest way you could have approached that 1v1.
Like the
nice little run boost as well.
Yeah, and he's been pretty aggressive. Keeps on re-peeking on timing. 2-2's name last round. This time around, paiN does not take over Banana, so they've kept all their utility. The free Banana for RBG just wastes a single flashbang. Bit of a wonky buy here though. Hex with a Mac 10. Not all the nades that they would love. No mollies here for a potential B execute either, which makes me believe they're just going to fall back and head to A.
Oh, they know what to expect from Sapphire. He's been so aggressive on the porch side. They do flash him off, but he's back on a nice angle with the orb. They're still going to explode long, waiting for the smoke. PKL is tucked in on the arch side.
And nothing to fake Banana here either, so PKL should be just staying put here.
Oh, lots of damage. Thinks the second man in. Now they're going to start wrapping. Safe taking mid. That's the bomb on its own. Safe, oh, he only gets a leg on Wiz. It's fine still. Time is going to be the biggest problem. Oh! And the tag from Long hits the pit player. That offsets his aim. He can't kill Chop. Somehow it's recovered by RBG. That should never be their round with the bomb so far out. And somehow, paiN, they've got to consider whether this is worth it. It's going to be reliant on Neckers making the long route round while Big draws them in from long.
Yeah, he's dropped that smoke, and that's drawn a lot of attention towards the long side, right? Everyone's now paranoid about him running through this smoke and using it to close the gap. Nekiz, good timing on the flank, and now low HP AWP, all alone. Nekiz looking for it. Oh, missed shot!
Wow.
And he just dives
Crazy.
over him, man. Dolphin dive over the top to find the defuse. Great stuff out of Nekiz on that apps flank. Wouldn't have been possible without Big Azera drawing the attention towards long with that, you know, like kind of alley smoke, right? Leaving yourself a little gap to aggress up.
And
Really well played in you know, a 2-on-3 where you're a man down, but you know your opponents are low. You've got them trapped in the site, and just a good use of like diverting attention right where you want it.
Look at what happens there as well, right? Safi gets the bomb down on short, but he re-peeks at Arch. Them obviously knowing that he's going to be there as well. All he had to do there as well, stay alive, right? Kind of what happened with Vertigo. So very close round. Neck is obviously savior of the day. They get that one, but it's small mistakes.
Yeah, especially from an AWP, right? You're just believing you're going to hit the shot every single time, and I guess he
you're
did
zoned
hit
in. Yeah, he did hit it. But,
flow state, but
I will say it's a pretty exciting prospect though to have an AWP who is so ready and willing to like throw himself into a fight, right? Like that the idea of him being this hyper aggressive AWPer does excite me, because you know we've seen some hyper aggressive BR AWPers fare quite well.
Yeah, it's all about now the experience, right, of knowing as well when to peek and when to re-peek. But yeah, I love the fact that he is constantly, we saw that as well 2 rounds ago, him just constantly re-peeking the short angle on A. Exactly what you would love for, you know, want from a new AWP that's up and comer.
yeah, you are right though. Like if he drops the bomb and then plays mid, plays the porch, like it's unlosable round with 15 seconds on the clock. So you know sometimes better to play for the round, not the kills. Right now you got to play for both because
full blinded
it's a full B rush. Luckily he's bailed him
look
out
at this.
with
I love
another
this.
shot. Line up, baby. Oh, he hits the collat, and now it's Chop who does get the trade. Safi just doesn't know when to quit, but I love it.
Yeah, that's what we just talked about, right? Just the constant re-aggression, and you know, when you're an up-and-comer AWPer like this, yeah, you have the ones, you get the one, you one and done, right? You fall back, you get another angle. The fact that Safi just keeps on re-peeking here, I love to see it. Almost get a collateral there at the end as well. Kind of deserved it.
He hit them both.
Yeah, it's you know it's like this idea of like, you know, when you have like a kid, they hit like this rebellious stage where they try and like push the limits and see what they can get away with. I feel like that's what we're seeing out of Safi, right? It's like he's trying to kind of gauge himself, like what peaks can I do, what can't I do, and hell, man, it's very sick to feel like you're watching someone like figure out where their limits lie live in a game, right? Like he's really testing himself, seeing what he can get away with up against this RBG squad.
He's just not done, is he? He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere now.
Takes a mid-fight, goes to abs, flashes himself back into a porch peek. Helped out by PKL, he hits the flick. Oh no, I lied. Oh, that's a nice dig. That's something at least, but Safe's not going to give them the time of day. Meanwhile, Hardzal could wrap the apartments. He doesn't want to make the move through the smoke, but using it to his advantage instead could net the kill anyway. Glacier gets the shot off though, spamming with the deagle, and Safe's missed the timing. The other player's up short. So now he's conceded the A site. Him playing passive has actually been their undoing, but I say that lightly as it has set up paiN for a 3-on-2 retake with the advantage. All the nades, all the time, with the kit. This is still fine.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, sure, he could have gone aggressive, staying alive though 3-on-2, but Nekiz with a super late lurk in apps.
Oh!
We'll give him that.
That was a lovely little burst out onto Safi, but yeah, you know, it's not the round, it's not the 1v3.
He's doing a really good job right now, Safi, in just staying mobile, taking peeks in mid, going apps, going back. Really making it difficult for RBG. 6-3 now, and it's the hands of it. I believe it was that round when Safi actually ended up getting that AWP as well.
Yeah, 5 in a row. And Safi really doing as much as he can, putting the team on his back. smoke in mid as well, just setting up util towards ult, and that's exactly where RBG are. We've got the full molly set up down B. Look at that mini-map, it's all flames. 3 CTs playing the B site and swapping out for Bigazera, who still has his grenades. So keeping the util on the B site, even if it's already been used, or so RBG think. However, they don't care. They're ready to pop halls. They're going to go in quick. Good flash on the CT side as they wanted to go as well. That's going to cause problems now. They split a little bit slower than they would have hoped. Still the double entry from Hext. Safi on long, not getting given kills. There's one man in the boiler with the orb. This is a weird orb head-to-head, and it's going to favor Wiz. He's seen the back. But it might just be the save called immediately.
A nice round from RBG. Ends up doing an apps push, and as you guys mentioned, what nice little flash round from paiN, but don't land the shots. Despite the fact that they've been very dominant the last few rounds, they have no money. So right call here on the save. Oh, excellent. Yeah, they get the one, but that's about it. And then having the bomb site, not much you can do at that point. Do you have a timeout called from paiN? Let's talk about the buy we're about to make. 2 saved weapons, but not a lot of money. Safi can drop 1.
But especially with how Vertigo went, I mean, in the back of the mind of paiN is that you can never really let your foot off the gas. You can never get comfortable in this series. RBG, if you missed it, pulled a 12-3 comeback all the way back and just fell at the final hurdle. But they've got the staying power, and paiN know that better than anyone. So it's important that they stay ahead of the curve. 6-4 up right now. RBG break the streak of 5. And now they've got all the money in the world, for now.
Yeah. Hard sow, SMG. Opting to go mid. A flashbang and a pop for information. They're actually pushing down here.
Oh. Oh, how does... What? Oh, it's still going. This never ends, apparently. Yeah. Another one. More pushing down Banana, and Nekis just spams the smokes. Now they know he's here as well. Out they go. They've even trapped him in B. This is very weird. He's going to beat the bomb. Look at the timing he's coming up. Oh, Wiz has heard this. Nekis is going back. Wiz thinks he's outread it. I don't know what's happening.
Just because he's smoked now means that he has no idea if he's going to cross or not. So yeah, he might just walk into this.
He's just waiting for the banana push.
Yeah, he's never going to be expecting the banana player.
Yeah,
there we go. I like it.
That was a bit scary.
Normally in rounds like this, when you have some players with a low buy, you tend to go for that banana aggressive play. paiN opts for just flat out down mid. It did have a setup for it. AWP trying to hold the player, but then after that, it kind of all falls apart. I think Safi misses the one shot there, leaves 2 players in banana, and then at that point gets the trade 1-on-2. RBG, they managed to find a solution to this. Puts paiN on an eco.
Now, how good are their Deegs? We didn't see much of them on Vertigo. We got a Zeus as well, Richard. Get ready to scream. Because this is a great position for
him. Always ready for that. Always.
The half was so nice. Oh, they're coming. Here it comes.
Oh, no. The flashbang. Come on.
Crikey.
Here it comes indeed.
Oh, always underwhelming. Always a letdown. I'm sorry, I tried.
Now you have to set them up. You have to. I respect that. I respect that.
I've ignored like 3 Zeuses this tournament because I didn't think they were going to do anything. And the one time they're actually in a good position.
Who's Hugo, you're a big Zeus fan, so I'll ask you this. Yeah. Who's your favorite Zeus player?
I couldn't tell you a Zeus player.
It's Boomich.
Boomich. Oh, of course, that is a good one. Yeah, there's not many people that consistently. Furia, all of Furia use Zeus. Art loves a Zeus, but no, I wouldn't say there's many players who consistently use them.
Apart from Boomich.
Apart from Boomich.
Safi's the Eagle. Let's see. The Eagles are the favourite secondary of an AWP player, but in that round there, it doesn't serve him too well. 6-6 as RBG tie it all up. Yeah, you know, it's a dink through the wood. It sucks when that happens, right? You're thinking like, you know, if I was just a pixel high, I would have been dead. That'll be like a 94-1 kind of vibe.
Good T-side though.
Yeah, absolutely. And this could still be a 9-6. No AWP on Safi. And they haven't been taking banana a lot, paiN, just the one round. So just been sticking with these 3-2 defaults. Been pretty active over at A.
Oh. The nade into Boiler sends a player flying away, and that allows Chop and Co to hunt down these other men. Little did they know there's a third guy there. PKL pokes his head out for one. Triple app setup just getting dealt with, but back in is Safi, regaining that position, losing the A site in the process with that moto smoke down, his teammates cut off. And Safi's full sending. Again, like, that feels like he doesn't need to do that. He can hold off, he can wait around, but just wants to take the fight straight up, not even waiting for his teammates. Still might be a retakeable one though. Wiz in a 1v2 only knows about one player's position.
Yeah, you know, can we see a big clutch out of Wiz's AWP? The Wiz banger as he holds from the short side. He's seen an elbow. He's read the idea that they could go up and over, and there's little flick up top, and they're still on that bomb. There's no time, however, so Wiz has done it. He wins the round in the 1v2.
Defuse almost happened, man.
Well, now the question's on your mind. You know, could that have been a different round if Safi didn't go for the aggression out of apartments and instead, you know, waited for his team to draw the attention in and, you know, approach that in a 3-on-2?
Probably, yeah. I would go with.
It's one of these things where, like, you know, I think it's going to suck for Safi a little bit because it's clear that he's trying to really, like, refine this hyper-aggressive playstyle. But as people like Art had to learn the hard way, you know, it's a very unforgiving playstyle to lean into it. And sometimes you are left looking like the fool until you get it, you know, down pat.
Yeah, and I mean, to put it on the flip side as well, right? Once you learn his tendencies also, maybe if you're the teammate there, you tend to know he wants to go for the second, and you kind of run through it and trade him, right? But absolutely, I mean, the way that the Art moves and stuff like that, he can't do that without his team, right? It's a team game at the end of it. Gets a lot of backup to be able to do what he does. Even if they're not there at the same spot.
Yeah, you know, I think that, like, leaning into either one of the extremes is always a challenge, and it's like on the path to get there, I feel like you embarrass yourself a lot, right? Like, even a team like Na'Vi that were, you know, synonymous with these, like, slow rounds, even they, a lot of the time, just run out of time. And it's like, well, you guys look like idiots, but it's obviously they're not. You know, they got best player in the world in there. They've got some geniuses. And it's just like, you know, whenever you find yourself on either end of, you know, either being a very aggressive team or a very, very slow, methodical squad, you know, I think there's a lot of room to be left looking lost or looking like a fool.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
it's cool whenever it does work. You know, that's why teams like Furia are so exciting, because when they do come in and they're like running you down, you know, they're in your spawn in 14 seconds. When that stuff is working, it looks incredible. And you're left thinking, like, why doesn't everyone play like this? And it's because it's very, very hard to build your team around that as, like, your identity.
No X's today, though, not down banana.
And RBG managed to win this half as well. 8-6.
But the money is there to at least level it up as close as you can at the half for paiN. And finally, some B executes, right? We haven't really seen much towards B in this game. So Nice to see a methodical execute. Molly's all over the site as well. Obviously against pistols, so it wasn't too much of a resistance for paiN. Now it has to be. Orb is out. Yet to see a double orb in this series as well. Not interested, but utility being the priority. Safi going for the mid peaks, going for the ult fight. But no one giving him much right now. They're just trying to retake Banana. They know that, again, paiN don't really know what their B takes are like. They've only seen one really in a rifle round, so this could be another surprise. Neck has saved the AK yet again, but he might not last long here on the sandbags. They're going to clear him eventually. Good flash, and the transfer is there. Neck is with a double, drops the nade. They hunt him down, but his job is done. Now it's up to the man of the site to just keep them at bay. Bigazera dropping the smoke and waiting for the AWP. Puts a bit of a wrench in the plans of RBG.
Yeah, nicely timed flash there. I think they have been placing that molly a few rounds RBG, but that could have also been a tell. As we mentioned, they haven't been hitting B all too much. Bomb is still on Banana, so probably just showcasing that they've taken over mid. One molly left on Downflow as well. It feels like they were kind of just hoping to maybe get a pick somewhere, but it's not happening, and Hex walking into B. He's times this pretty well here. He does. He's crossed at least.
Ooh,
Oh, 15 seconds
flash
left. Yeah, and the flash.
Oh, no. That is the worst case scenario. Safi has to drop the bomb. Now going through here, it's wild, but it's worth it, and he doesn't commit. He spams with a deagle, lots of damage, but the kill's not coming in. Plant allowed. That's a banana smoke in, so it will cut off the AWP unless it just goes through, and that it will. Walking in with a flash. Classier is a mad lad, and it pays off. Only Hard's out, facing this shot, and does get that kill, but the transfer's not happening, and he's grabbed an orb. That will make things even harder in a 1-on-2 with a crossfire like this, but a wallbang, and then a wide swing to close the half out. It's 9-6 in the favor of RBG. They're showing up on their map pick. They don't want to go down with a whimper, and find out how they'll finish off in the second half after the break.
Many people say the two sensations are close together, and it's RBG experiencing pleasure, not pain, as they win the first half of their map pick.
Wow.
We're going to find out how it pans out for them.
How does he do it?
Rashid, you absolutely... Oh my, what the... I don't know what I just saw. Chop in the back of the site's got to try and top that, and he will. Takes the head off of Safi. Oh, they've been... Oh, it's getting even better. The headshots, the USPs. Don't mess with B. It's closed. RBG in with the round flawlessly. My brain's like dripping out my nose, man. I've just been mind blown by Richard with the intro into this as the pistol round. That was a caster's blessing.
Yeah, look at the old Chop coming up big as well with some headshots there. Beautiful round from RBG. paiN rocked and into a Tech 9 buy. We have a game on our hands.
Yeah. paiN have their work cut out for them, right? They got to wait for the rifles. If they don't win this force buy, that's not going to come until 12-6.
Classier's got a Bison.
Yeah, all right, Naughty. Yeah, Julie's in the pistol. The Julie Bison never run out of ammo with this.
Yeah, this
combo.
guy is like, with this one weird trick, never run out of ammo. This guy in your postcode is laying down bare pipe, lead, whatever, lead, lead. Well,
when you get a little bit older, I'll tell you what that phrase means,
no,
mate.
I know. Well,
Harry's just going off of his usual breaks.
Oh, the meat grinder.
Yeah. How much meat's being ground today, Harry?
Sounds like he needs to do that to chill out. Maybe.
See, me and Hugo meet on Grinder as well.
Oh,
look at Classier holding on to the apartments with this Bison. So many bullets and
not enough time.
A target-rich environment, perhaps.
Oh,
now, you're not
God.
as safe as you think you are, Classy. You're getting wrapped. Big Zera going to put him in the dirt.
Pop, pop.
Ooh,
Oh, don't lose this. You have bomb. Just go.
Yeah,
just go.
go plant. Just go put the bomb in the site. It's all okay.
Open
Oh
plant.
no! They left him! Oh my god!
What?
Check it.
What is happening?
He's blind.
PKL has somehow won the
Yeah.
round like we all expected.
He
It's
actually had the
paiN
plant, bro.
gaming,
He
baby.
had the plant.
Oh,
How did he not get seen?
paiN.
paiN on the brain.
Planted the bomb. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I
let's
can't
see
believe it.
this. So what did we see? He was tight to the wall. Oh, it was a pixel. But even so, the jump up and everything. Oh my goodness.
Whew. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
man,
as well,
textbook.
paiN not getting the bomb down on pistol, but they still bought. Only getting the pistol armor back, but that's a round win.
Worked out. They don't have to wait till 12-6 for the rifles. They're here and now. If you want to call a FAMAS a rifle, that's fine. You can do that. Oh, the nade stack. Now they think it's clear, but the jump shot will do. Glacier goes down, and it's up to the Deagle of Hex to keep things even. Out long is Safe, and he finds the scout with ease, now wrapping onto the pit player. They know this Deagle isn't far away, and they've got it trapped in the pit, falling on from above. It should be their round through and through, just the Deagles getting saved, if they're allowed.
Yeah, maybe they'll get some better weapons here. That's how far Safi wants to go.
Yeah. Okay, that's going to give the go-ahead here. Chop might get one if he can land his shot. Yep. Okay, but here's the cavalry. Here's the backup. Not happening.
This is good though, right? This is exactly what paiN wanted it to, kind of stumble back to their feet after a half where RBG looked really, really good, and then they go into this winning the pistol in the second half. And at that point, I think paiN were probably getting a little bit worried, right? That there would be this big scoreline built up against them. Well, they respond with the force. They don't crumble when they're up against the force buy on RBG. And so now 9-10 is a lock-in, right? I hate to spoil a round like this, but it's just USPs. And these guns, you can call them that when they're up against the rifles, and the SMGs aren't really going to be able to do much.
The mid stack at least.
Oh.
All
your
the better
optimism,
to
you
eat
two.
you with. Yeah, exactly. All the better to eat you with. Thank
Wow,
you very
that's a
much.
reference.
Yeah, that it could have been bad, Technically, when you run into a stack, one is supposed to die, right? But that didn't happen at all there.
Oh, so many jump
Yeah, I was going to
shots.
say, paiN Gaming have spent more time in the air than they have on the ground in this T side. Like, all their kills are just Mach 10 jump shots.
Even give his teammate a love tap there for good measure. I like it.
See, if that was Lucas and Henny, it would have just been a brawl to the death between the two of them.
Kane
Lucas
and
had,
Abel.
what, two team kills yesterday. Oh.
Yeah, that was that series was insane. I feel like we've seen some stuff in this one, but that one's
Yeah, it was
gonna
just
take some
the
beating.
sheer frequency of it, right? It
Yeah,
just felt like
exactly.
every single round.
Every
something
round
weird
was
happened.
crazy, wasn't it? This is like, we've had a couple of crazy moments, right? A little bit of back and forth, but
Look at the pace. Oh, the smoke's down, but Hex gets to shoot as it blooms. And someone makes it to the bomb site, but Wiz won't let them get much further. Crossfire is now there, up over the smoke. Glacier looking for kills, but he's done a lot of damage to the bomb player. Caught out by Abs, but he's still got the kill before he departs the round. It's still winnable, but Big Sarah needs to wait from PKL. Coming up on short, swings, and somehow lives against Hex's spray. Nice shot the second time around. This pit player holding strong, and PKL on his own.
Yeah, they know about him as well. He got a kill earlier on, so they know he's around here. This crossfire between pit and site is is horrible to navigate. Like, it's damn near impossible for PKL to find himself in a spot where he's given a 1v1.
Oh.
Will actually get given it right there, just on a swing, but hell, man, they take it with full confidence. RBG up onto 11. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know what you thought of that A-side take for Flaren, but that kind of left me wanting from paiN. I get it, you know, they're running a bit of a bonus round. They're trying to just rush in. It just felt a bit disjointed. Like the first 2 guys went in, and then 1 more guy went in. And
yeah,
then 2
I think they
more.
were trying to, same thing there, right? Maybe hoping that RBG would start their first weapon round going 3 banana and taking a banana control, so you're a very fast take on A, but definitely still want the timing to work. But RBG had a very good setup for that as well. Defensive one, so I think even if you would have gotten the timing right there, I think it would have been a very difficult kind of push. We see though, paiN trying to take over banana, just PKL and Artsao, but RBG has 3 members here. It's a nice hold.
Yeah, no mercy there either.
They're just walking up.
Yeah, this is very disjointed. Let's just have a series of 1v1 aim duels and see who comes out on top, and every time it's been RBG.
And that was basically what their A-take boiled down to in the last round as well. I was hoping it was just because, oh, you know, we're bonus, we can be a bit fast and loose with it. That doesn't look like the case. Like, you know, that's exactly what they've done in this round here and now, leaving it all on one man. Safi's going to have to pull off a 1v5, but he does have a route into B. He's hit this timing. Walco has disappeared into the T apartments.
He heard him as well go ramp.
Yeah,
he knows he's got this timing. He knows he's got B for free. He just has to care spawn.
Oh my word. Have they just given him the recipe to a 1v5? A round that is, within CS terms, almost like a unicorn round. You very, very rarely see this in the wild. Safi, bomb now planted, heading back to banana and dead to Walco the second time around.
It feels like when we're getting paiN peeking into RBG players without flashes, like these guys hit you headshot, first bullet. Like when they were coming up banana and they faced that FAMAS, they were getting wrecked. So yeah, great util on that round for RBG, like taking banana, full flashing Big Azera in the corner, and you know, bit of a weird wrap round for Walco to not have B reinforced and to take ramp that aggressively, but all it means is that the play of paiN get a plant rather, and still can't really fall by. They're going to put all their money in, but this is not pretty. Couple of AKs, couple of Mac 10s.
Yeah, it seems a little bit unsynced compared to what we saw on the first map. We have 2 guys just taking banana, just walking up. We have 1 guy up in mid taking arch, and sure, comes to the hands of them losing banana, but to see a little bit more unison play here. It's another semi-fast banana take from paiN.
Spy is so dangerous as well. Oh my goodness, Walco flashed through, and again these flashes on the side are so assaulting. Double trade back, but there's a 3rd man. They have to expect this. So many grenades have gone over this B site. Glacier holds strong for 1, but there's the trade already. A man is here in the form of Wiz with his orb. Quick shot gives it away. Oh, they don't want to line up, and so they split apart and split him in 2. Hex, a lot to do, but he can't clutch. Nice try, but paiN Gaming buying up big and making it work.
I'm kind of, you know, like paiN win that round. They reached double digits. It's purely on individuals. Like that was like a free-for-all death match over towards B. There was next to no utility. Neckers threw 1 flash that actually blinded his teammates. And that was like the extent of the util that was really throwing in that round there. It's only concerning me a little bit because, like, you know, the kind of team play we've had out of RBG has been great. The trade work's been really good. The utility to set up peaks has been perfect. I still haven't seen that from paiN yet, which feels really weird because their T-side back on Vertigo was incredibly well drilled.
Yeah, it's a gamble round here for Lico. I actually really like this decision. It would have been easy to buy in here. They could have got a couple of rifles, but just taking a full eco and coming in next round with everything, definitely the safe decision right now. So it does also mean they have no one to beat. Walco throws a flash, but that's not going to do much other than stall paiN by a few seconds. They're still going to win the round here at B. They're just going to be a little more apprehensive about these corners. Not convinced it's clear with a flash being thrown. But at this point, it's looking like 11 rounds. And as I said, RBG will have everything in the next round. So even trapping these players in and getting X's together would be a nice game plan in this one. You're not really saving much. Classy has armor, no one else.
Yeah, Hard South should be running here as well. Still the one with the Mac 10. Sure, he's at 0, but now it's a good round to utilize the Mac 10. It's this one.
Oh, what? That's gnarly. That's not meant to connect. I mean, like, yeah, he doesn't get the AK out of the round. That's just a little gross jump shot with the deagle. Don't show that one to Carrigan.
Here we go. A lot of money. See, should just be seeing the one AWP, but full set of utility for RBG. They have been doing a really good job here in taking these banana fights. Agree, Hugo. They paiN mostly been winning off of individual performances after the fact, but the starter rounds, I feel like RBG has had good intent. Same thing. Kind of have the duo squad over here for paiN over at Banana. I should be getting it for free. Some damage has been done.
Wow, that's going to keep you honest.
Yep.
Keep you scared.
I feel like it is a little bit of change in pace compared to what we saw paiN in on Vertigo's T side. We kind of see here, look at RBG's, all of the nades, right? So there hasn't been a lot done. It's been a minute right now. It's about to be executed over at the Banana bomb site. There's plenty of nades here for the CTs to kind of hold them off. Wiz as well, reads this well.
All mollies go down.
Oh, but they're quick on the site at least.
Yeah. They don't wait. No messing around here. Wiz is now the only man even close to the site. That spray from Classier is a classic. It knocks down a man at the back of B, and now that's softened them up for a retake. I say retake. The bomb needs to be planted, and the smokes are fading. There needs to be cover. Wiz could have stopped the plant right then and there. He still does. There's 15 on the clock.
Oh,
they hunt him down, but they can't get Wiz out of the corner, and the trade is in for Hex. Oh my goodness. RBG, by the skin of their teeth.
Wow.
What a game we're getting out of Hex right now.
I haven't been impressed with this T side at all. Like, RBG seem to have a very good read on it as well. Like, we haven't really seen any kind of like big fakes or anything, you know, to like get you doubting. It has largely been, well, wherever we see them, that's where they are. You know, that's where they're going. They throw the util into B, and immediately RBG were full rotating everybody over. Like they weren't even leaving a guy to like hang around and doubt it. And that's why we see that ability to have the trade on that AWP right at the end. Plus, you know, you get into the site, well, no one was covering the plant. They knew the AWP was there. It kind of leaves me scratching my head a little bit as to how, you know, no one was considering they would try to deny the bomb plant. Obviously, there's a lot going on in that moment, right? So you can kind of forgive that. But I just don't like that we're not seeing them get a lot of this utility out of RBG. They're not really faking anything, which goes hand in hand with the fact that RBG have so much util left at the end of these rounds. And it feels like it's leaving RBG in really good places to like make retakes happen, to delay these fast executes that paiN try and go for, where they explode into a site after a bit of silence early on.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing for paiN, I'll give them on the previous round, they were very quick on hitting the site. Weren't messing around with that. Yeah, unexpected. Another fast round here, at least a mid-take. A lot of utility coming in from RBG here as well.
Oh, Wiz and Hex, they have been quite the combo. 1-2 punch on this A site. Hex closes the round, and yeah, those mollies are good, right? First one comes down deep porch, that forces paiN forward. Second one comes in front of default, and then that traps paiN in between the two Molotovs. They can't go forward, they can't go back, and that lets Hex just pick his fights with Wiz covering his apartments.
Did the old counter curse, like the inverse curse for the casters. We were laughing at Hex on the pistol round. Now look at him. Who's laughing now?
Yeah, true. Got us there. $14-11, do or die. They ecoed for this, and even then, the results are not pretty. A MAC 10 on PKL. In-game leader for paiN side. Oh, deleted. Could not see through the fire, and Big Azera is fired up into B with a double. Chop throws a flash high. It does get dodged, but he won't dodge the death that is dished out by Big Azera. Triple kill in this round. Nekiz finds a rotate as well. It's only Hexed, and he really has to save. The money is not there for RBG, and Nekiz already knows. He's already unleashing to hunt this kill.
Nice opening on the bomb site there. Again, I feel like it wasn't necessarily planned right. Yeah, you're hoping for the headshots, but opening the bomb site up like that, it's another individual performance round here from paiN. They definitely need it. Looking at RBG's money as well, it's not great. Chop, highest one, 4.6k. Sure, looking at, yeah, lost money as well. It's not going to be the best, so should just be seeing the one eco here, but discussion could be made about a potential buy. But yeah, looking out to just even out the money a little bit.
Something that is kind of sick though, I think when you look at this, I don't know how you guys are finding it, but whenever I think about like the foundations of how these two teams are playing, I think RBG are looking really sound. Like a lot of the decision making's really good. They're setting each other up's been great. The little set pieces have looked really clean. And I would almost say that, like, you know, in terms of like the basics, the foundations, RBG might even be looking better than paiN. I think paiN have better individuals, right? But whenever we used to speak to Liquid, and, you know, Moses was always very, very big on this when he was the coach there. It's like, you know, he would say that they're working on like building up that kind of foundation, like their base level.
Yeah.
And it feels like their individuals bail them out of situations that they shouldn't actually be in. Hang on a moment, this isn't meant to be falling apart like this. Now they've retrieved the gun as well. Safi will have to retreat, but he's getting hunted. He's getting pushed through this smoke on a timing chop. Now,
you don't need to peek.
If he gives away this kill, they lose the bomb. And with 45 seconds, they cannot afford for that to happen. They've got to try and get into a Classier. No. Zeus is out, and he hears them, he sees them. They get into the pit, but they don't know that this A bomb site is harboring fugitives. Classier, hide and seek. Oh my god, finally they see him.
Man, it's prop hunt up on Inferno right now. You can't fault Classier's moves there. Like, he could not have dodged that kill longer.
I was trying to make a nice little point, but they just kind of almost snatch it away with the Deagles.
Dude, Safi is re-peeking. And also,
man, yeah, it's like
I can see you freaking out over there, Robin. Like, he's shooting the smoke. Chop is waiting for the shot so he can push. It's like, oh my god, dude, you're in the middle of banana and you're spamming.
Bottom of T-ramp.
Stop. Get out of there right now.
Right. He did though. He did. He listened.
Yes,
all right? So we're good.
He's improving. He's improving.
It's another round for
I'm still
paiN,
getting
which
scared.
means another eco for RBG. Could be tying it up here.
My god.
Yep, eco in to try and win out.
Is that the HUD bugging? Nekiz has a Zeus and no rifle. Or is that just the Zeus showing, okay, yeah, it's the HUD, phew. I was going to say, that's one hell of a primary weapon.
That would have been some Giga Chad behavior, wouldn't it?
Full faith. I've seen USB armor second round, sure, but that's something else. Either way, this round is a cleanup. They're walking into the two-man hold, but they shouldn't have any problems. Absolutely perfect. Here we go.
What I was trying to say is that, like, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, Flat. Right? Obviously, you kind of have like a base level for your team It feels like, right, you have like a base level of like team play, communication that you're able to have, and then you have like the ability to kind of rise above that based on your individuals. And Moses always used to say in Liquid that like, they would be able to lean on how good the individuals were to like, not address maybe more glaring problems to do with the very foundations that the team's built upon, kind of deal. Do you think that's a case that maybe you could just have a player that's like so good, or a couple of players who are so good that you maybe end up not playing up to your best as a team?
No, I mean, I can see that too, right? At the same time, maybe, I'm not sure if he was referencing the fact of, building a foundation of maybe we've win a lot of rounds just from a hero play, and Liquid has a lot of those players, right? They just can't flip that switch of just becoming just really good. And I also think that Liquid, again, haven't been on the server with them, but it might also be a case of if they are playing really well on the server, right? They calm better, they do, a much better job in playing together, and vice versa. Whereas for when they're not playing that well, right? Comms might be worse, foundations and basics might be lacking a little bit more then.
Moses gave us that answer after Liquid just beat Rugrats, right? Like only just round 30 BO3, only
16-14.
Yeah, and that was the Fang Rugrats as well. And he was talking about the base. We'll get to that later because right now it's a P-Rush. Oh boy, boosted up, gets one, spam through the smoke, almost kills his teammate. Walco's now trapped in at oranges. They're gonna hunt him with the orb. No scope, goodbye. Scope and there's another, but that still leaves him alone. Safe in another clutch, a 1v2 with 20 seconds. He's going full send, NA style, hunting the frags, and Next isn't looking. It's a weird wrap, and he's bailed out by Classier. Yeah, I guess he thinks they're coffins, and he's trying to flank them, but could have had a plant with an AWP and a post-spawn. Very, very winnable situation there, but makes a strange decision to hunt. I feel like, why don't you plant there? Why don't you plant straight away, Robin? I'm not crazy, am I? You get both the B players out, smokes down.
Yeah.
Just seem to lack information, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, Smoke's about to fade. Maybe you are a little bit worried, right? And maybe you're expecting one player to come from Banana. You want to wrap. Like, I can see it, right? In like 1-on-2s like that, it's very hard to fault a player, and especially it's the last round of the half. I don't think they necessarily needed the money. Otherwise, you would make the argument the same thing of like, hey, even if like the odds of winning, like we needed a bomb plant. But they have plenty of it. It was really only Nekis that couldn't really be affording all the sets of utility. But outside of that, they built up a pretty decent bank. So I will say though, for RBG side, I actually think it was a really good hold. The way that they managed, they had 3 members there waiting as well. To Harry's points of, I do feel like they are playing better as a cohesive unit. I feel like they're doing a much better job as a team. You see it there in that round. They are waiting for the flash to come from CT spawn, right? This is small things, but like definitely helps you hold bomb sites and win your rounds. It's another entry from Sappy. He's having a heck of a performance. We have been bashing him a little bit from playing aggressive, but heck, he has also been opening up a lot of these rounds and been, a really thorn on RBG side. 3-on-3 situation now. Oh no!
Okay, that's big. That's big out of Nekis, right? See, we needed someone to show us, like, okay, this is why we've been playing so aggro. This is why we've got so much faith in the individuals. Nekis is looking to be that man. He's opened up this A bomb site with that kill, and he's given paiN Gaming the chance they needed to get this game to overtime. PKL holding aggro short side. Do not look away, PKL. Do not leave this angle. I swear. He's hit a good timing. He's wrapping them both. And there it almost is. Almost. Just Chop left alive. Very, very low on HP. Has retrieved the AWP. But a big 1v2 to try and find. Not normally the weapon we'd see him adorning. And so he's dropped at the end of the round. We head to overtime. The full 30 and then some.
Yeah, I like that reaction, right? After Safe gets the mid kill, look at what he does here. It's pretty crazy. Jumps around, but they know that they've taken out one of the 3 A players. So Nekis runs with him the entire way and just bounds into the A bomb site, hunting down all 3 players. So it's kind of crazy, but it worked earlier. It's similar to the round they got on B, where that Molly was down in Banana, and they wide swung the CT AWP, but they got the kill, and then they just went, screw it, we got a B pick, let's just rush it. threw in a couple of smokes and took it fast. Like, when paiN get that opening kill, they just doubled down, and I love that. Wiz does find the opener this time, though, so back to reality in OT. 10K money per Valve rules, and so money really does matter in this form of OT. Pushed down, Banana denied by RGB, and he's even going to get another. Oh my goodness, freebie bomb site. What a discount.
Can I just say, that's like one of the only times we've seen them approach that Banana fight with, like, you know, some set utility, players getting up ahead of the smokes, setting him up with flashbangs, and the results are just impeccable, man. Safi throws the flash, and it sets them up to get all those B entries. Now, don't get me wrong, right? You're not going to get triple push down Banana every round in that fashion. But, you know, that's just something that's great. You know, you've bought it out in overtime. You kind of going against the grain a little bit in terms of what you're doing. You approach taking that Banana control differently. It's a great counter to what RBG were trying to do in that round there. And it comes in a situation where you were in a 4-on-5. You know, you lost Nekiz early on in the apartments. That is a huge play to come out of, you know, Safi and Hardzao like that at this moment in time as well, as we get into OT.
As you guys pointed out, 10K start money in overtime, so important to save some weapons here. Yeah, we see it here again. Nice first flick. The flashbang, he does get dinged, but yeah. So I think that's a good read from paiN as well. As I mentioned, RBG hasn't really been taking Banana all too much, so that's why we kind of have seen that duo squad just been taking Banana kind of for free for paiN. This time around, maybe expecting a bit of a change in pace. We see it again here now, though. Still putting 3 members on the Banana bomb side for RBG.
Oh.
Mate, the fact that Hardzao got 1
Fair play.
is like good enough. I mean, he was in a molly, he was blind, you couldn't have asked for more. They spot the triple B hold, and they hit this timing to get up into A.
No.
Nekiz is the king of entering in this A bomb site. However, the bomb is on the back of PKL. They can hear him making a mad dash to get out of ramp. If they chase this player down, which right now I imagine they're only doing because it's like a free 2v1.
Oh, yeah,
But if they find him, oh, he just gets away.
Seconds. And now the cover's here. Now the bodyguards have been called. Oh! Nekiz does die, but he puts up some damage. And yeah, Nekiz has really been kind of
the
savior.
Last few
unstoppable.
rounds here. What entries he's managed to put up for paiN.
Well, so I had this funny feeling that Nekiz was really about to push the boat out, because heading into that last round, like in round 30, he bought himself an AK. By the way, look at Classier, the little troll. But no, yeah, he buys an AK, and there were people who could have dropped him on his team, but he didn't bother asking for that, and he had no utility in round number 30. And since then, it feels like he's just been whole W gaming, saving, you know, the money on util.
Oh, phew.
And knowing that, like, yeah, I'm going to take a lot of risky fights. I didn't need the utility because I'm just going to be at the front.
So when he got here, neither player knew he was past the molly, right? Wiz was scoped on default, and the player on the site had a nade out. Like, he walked through a Molotov. He took damage, I think, and they just never knew he fully pushed it. And so kind of just popped out of nowhere. Obviously, the orb, you know, the scope kind of blocks off his vision. That's a very unlucky round for RBG, who've had a really great series here. Even if they fall right now and they lose 2-0, a lot of credit to RBG for being in this game, for, you know, coming back from that 12-3 to, you know, this map as well, which has been even better CS from them.
No, I think they can be really proud with how it's shaped up. I will say, you know, like, once you get into overtime, I think you have to start looking at paiN as the favorites. And now the fact that they're at this scoreline, it starts to get worrying again, right? RBG, one of the hardest things is, like, you know, remaining resilient. The thing that's even harder than that is having a game where you were on the finish line, but you weren't able to get across it, and having to dig deep and, like, have a second win in overtime, as it were.
All right.
Did you look more as well polished paiN during this overtime? Or at least in the later stages of their T side as well?
it feels like they've kind of screwed their heads back on, right? Like, you know, everyone's looking like they're playing more in tandem. You've had individuals like Neckers really come into his own, which I imagine, you know, helps make things a little bit easier for guys like PKL on the cooling. Here's the B push. There is this boost that no one checked for. Walco's going to get away with a double. Chop will fall in the back of B, but Walco's set his team up perfectly to approach this final round of the first half of OT. Retaking the B bomb site in a 4-on-2.
Yeah, they can even reboost. There's another smoke down there right now. Big Azera wants to take a bit of liberty, and he's found a kill. Walco's gone now. Smoke goes over to Banana, but everyone's in the site here for paiN. Classic coming out with a flash. It's all on Big Azera. Hards out rather at the back of the site, and he won't last long to the orb. Wiz with a double in that round, even found the opener down mid onto Safe too. So RBG, they find something on their CT side. They put up a round. And that's at least some breathing room as they head over to their T half, that of which was very good in regulation. They won it out 8-7.
Yeah, and 2-1 here in this first overtime. Swapping over now. paiN on that CT side. Double op setup, Safi and Big Azera. And Safi was a beast here on this CT side. He was very active in mid. They were making more plays over to the A bomb site than they were at B.
Oh.
Big Azera getting the payoff for that.
First double up all series for paiN.
Oh,
That's a mess.
See, they spotted Hardzao. I thought that was at least a kill available to them. Knowing that he was there, Chop got that information on his dying push in through the apartments, and wow, this round is just falling apart. RBG, they looked so good in regulation, but now as we've hit overtime, as the pressure's applied and the individuals are starting to feel that pressure that, yeah, someone needs to make a big play. We need a Neckers on our team. That's when, you know, the individualness, the fact that everyone's kind of splitting off, all looking to find those openers, digs them a really deep hole in that round there. Now up against match and series point, they need 2 in a row to edge out another overtime.
Yeah, and I feel like Hex, man, he put up some massive rounds in reg, in CT side, especially towards the pit bulk area. He's definitely been a little bit quieter here in OT, not been having the fights that were favoring him in regulation as well. They've not been coming his way, so it's a shame to see the top performer for RBG go a bit stale right when they need him most. But that's the way of Inferno, right? If the action just doesn't come your way, often you're left by the wayside with nothing to do. Big Azera needs to be careful.
Yeah, Big Azera could just get wrecked here. He doesn't know that the player's crossed, and he's been left to anchor B alone. Now he gets that one, and Walco kind of misses the opportunity to trade, tries to sneak up, doesn't want to give it away. And so wasn't able to trade that out. The fact that Big Azera has been able to stay alive and get that opener is huge for paiN, and maybe a bit of an error on the part of RBG. They're going to be kicking themselves that now they're in a 4-on-5 at this scoreline.
They didn't even flash that angle, but he's spamming with the orb. Like, it's not a decoy. You can see the bullets coming through. They just went in for the peek, the dry peek. That could cost them the game right now. Every little mistake matters, and here comes the execute to decide it all.
Yeah, Molotov's into B, a wall of mollies, flush anyone out of this short position, but PKL lining up a double and still alive in the back of the bomb site is Big Azera, just so elusive on this orb, and even though he's dealt with his Welco, that's beautiful, but only good enough for 2. paiN Gaming take the 2-0 victory. They get it done in overtime. Yeah, it took them a little longer than perhaps they would have liked, but they still managed to raise the flag at the very end. We'll be back in a moment after a break, so don't go anywhere, please.